I haven't seen the stage from like the outside, but from inside here, it's pretty incredible. I think they did a great job, and I'm excited to play and see how it goes.
So, any last words for your opponents today? We're sending it right back down to Sundown.
Thank you so much, Kitty. I mean, hats off to you, Tfue. It's hard to make her speechless, but did it right there. No strangers to the plug. But, I mean, you can tell having a little bit of fun there, telling Cloaksy and Dylan, it's like, hey, if I see you guys at all, I am flying, and I'm not going to let you go. You know what, one thing? I want to ask the crowd right now, who do you think would win in a 1v1? Do you think it'd be Tfue, or do you think it'd be Cloaksy? Let me hear it for Cloaksy. Okay. Well, what about Tfue? You think Tfue would win? Paulo, that sounds pretty definitive.
That definitely sounds definitive. I mean, that's awesome. Tfue is gonna be hunting Cloaksy. That's gonna be interesting.
Now, the real question is, what do you do in that situation if you're Cloaksy? Do you just completely go pick somewhere else? You know, him and Dylan have played before. They're able to find different opportunities, different strategies. I think they'll be successful, but I mean, I'm about ready, Paulo. Are you ready?
I am so ready, Sundown.
All right, hey, crowd, are you guys ready? Okay, that was pretty good. Are you guys ready? All right, that's a lot better. That's enough of the pre-show. That's it for me and Balla for now. We're gonna throw it on over the stage to Golden Boy, who's gonna kick us off. Golden Boy, take it away.
What's going on, LA? Yeah, you're looking good today. All right, everyone, I'm Golden Boy. You may have heard me commentate the action yesterday for our creative showdown, but today we're gonna kick it old school. We're gonna do it right in the island. We're gonna have a good time playing some duos, and I know all of you are very excited to get into the action today. So I have a question for you all. Let's see here. I want to get like a little temperature check with the crowd. All right, who do you guys think is going to win? Do you think that it's going to be Marshawn Lynch and Ninja? Oh, all right. Or how about Cody Walker and Lachlan? Okay. Well, what about Josh Hart and Tfue? Oh, man. All right. Seems like the crowd is geared up. Seems like you're all ready to go. But enough talk. It is now time to kick things off. So, are you ready? That's what I like to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2019 Fortnite Pro-Am, and it starts right now.
That just happened.
Incredible stuff. Once again, huge shout out to our in-house DJ, Mike Realm, for killing it all weekend long. This is the talent team that is going to be bringing you all of the action today. Interviews, breakdowns, you name it. And today, we're going to be playing for $3 million for charity, folks. That's a lot of cash, all for a good cause, and it is going to be an incredible time. But there are two people who are noticeably absent. That's right, that's right. Let's send it over to your commentators. It's going to be Zeke and Monster. Take it away, gentlemen.
What's up, Fortnite fam? Man, that was so weak, Monster. Should we try again?
Try it again.
What's up, Fortnite fam? That's what I'm talking about. Welcome back to the Summer Block Party. You got Zeke, you got Monster D-Face here. We're back for the Pro-Am. We're back to Battle Royale.
That's right. We are here again with the Pro-Am. And, man, I heard a lot of hype for Tfue, but not enough hype for Ewok, because I want her to represent for the ladies out here today. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop into the format so you guys understand how these guys are going to be competing here at the Pro-Am. So, we have placement points, Zeke.
That's right. Top 15 is going to net you 3 points. The top 10 is 5. Top 5 is 7. And then Victory Royale is, of course, those 10 points. And don't forget, guys, every single elimination is a point. We talked about that insane prize pool, $3 million. And what's awesome is that everyone is going to take a little bit of that home.
Yeah, so it's not just first place. Yes, you will get a meal for first place, but guys, look at that second, third, fourth, fifth. That is a lot of prizing there that's going to be dished out just across the board. So, you know, honestly, just for coming out, participating, taking time to put into this show today, this tournament, they're all going to be able to contribute to a great cause.
That's right. That is split 2 ways, don't forget. So it's really cool. You know, you're going to get to come hang out with your peers, stomp them out. I mean, play for charity. You know, it's going to be a really good time. We've got 4 games lined up. I mean, I feel like, are you guys, like, pretty hyped for this? Like, I don't know. You guys?
Yes, they are, Zeke. Yes, they are.
Now, guys, I was hanging out in the player lounge, okay? And I don't know, you were pretty close. I think you heard. There was a little bit of trash talk happening.
There was a whole lot of that.
Classic Chicken Parmesan here was trying to go head-to-head with Dr. Lupo. I think you guys just want to take a listen to this. Just listen.
Dr. Lupo, your AARP card won't help you here, old man. Guess what? It's Father's Day. I don't care. My gift to you, as the dad that you are, is a Q. Okay, I'm sending you back to the queue, bro. Literally, you stand no chance. Guess what? This isn't a singing and dancing competition, so having Jordan Fisher as a partner isn't going to help you here. When you put 2 average players together, it doesn't beat 1 God-tier player in me. My thickness is so incredible that you shiver when you see me in person. Guess what, Ben? You might be a couple inches taller than me. I'm 6'5", you're 6'7", but today, I'm going to make you look like a little boy on the battlefield. Hop in the battle bus, Dr. Lupo. I know I take up 2 seats because I'm so wide, but I don't even care. You can sit on the floor, boy.
Courage JD looks like poorly animated claymation in real life.
Sometimes things, that was pretty savage, honestly. Like, I was like, dang, that's a lot of smack talk coming out of Courage. And then Dr. Lupo just hit him with the one.
Dude, that
wasn't ready for that.
That was heated. And, you know, not only that, and credits to Lupo, man. He is one of the wittiest people that I know. That is not the guy you want to go kind of toe-to-toe in a little joking frenzy. He will get you.
I mean, listen, Courage JD is pretty wide. He's a pretty thick boy. So Lupo needs to be careful. Now, they've got 2 fearsome competitors. You got Jordan Fisher on one end and Brendan Urie on the other. Both very, very good at Fortnite. Now, you know, I feel like it's probably only fitting that we hear from them, because I mean, like, that was pretty good, right, guys? Like, I mean, in a fight, I want to hear, we'll do this kind of what Sundown did, and in a fight, who wins? Dr. Lupo and Courage, all right? So let's first cheer for, do you think Courage JD would win? Okay, what about Dr. Lupo? Again, seems pretty definitive, and I think, you know what, why don't we send it over to Pookie Face and hear from them firsthand after that audience reaction?
Oh my goodness, Zeke, I am down here on the floor with these two teams, and tensions are high, I can definitely tell you that much. Now, whether you call it beef, whether you call it chicken parmesan is really up to you to decide. But you know what? There's been kind of some animosity between these two. Lupo, why don't you weigh on that for me?
Listen, it's not my fault that Courage JD ate all the chicken parmesan before the crowd could have any, okay? Just saying. That's all.
All right. And Courage, how do you retaliate against that? You know, there were some signs in the crowd earlier. How do you respond?
Listen, I'll let my facts speak for themselves, okay? $366,000+ raised for charity in the two events here. Top 120 Fortnite earner of all time. Better of the two casters between me and Lupo, just ask Epic. And I got the better looking, better singer and dancer of a partner in Brendan Urie. Sorry, Jordan, you're good. But we got high hopes for a living brother, and guess what? We're about to show you what's up on the battle bus, boy.
He just pulled out that Panic at the Disco reference. I do like it. Now, you know, I just got word that there's a picture that we need to show you.
Picture? A picture? What is it? What is it?
There's a picture of Lupo and oh, wow, that is something.
All right, well.
Do you two have a picture like that, Brendan?
We don't need that. They are simply put a pro and an am. Yeah. This man has the looks of Shawn Mendes and the voice of Ariana Grande. We're going to win this thing.
Hey.
And the body of a pumpkin.
Okay.
All right, you know what, Jordan, last thoughts. What do you got to say to these guys?
I have many. Truly, at the end of the day, I'm just hoping sitting so close to Jack, his gravitational pull doesn't pull me away from my keyboard and my mouse. But I think even so, at the end of the day, the cohesion, I mean, you saw it in the picture, right? The cohesion, the practice that we got together on stream this morning. It's a shame. I wonder how long it's been since you guys have played together. But, you know, we're really looking forward to the day. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's for charity. And thank you, Epic, for having us. Appreciate it. BestFortniteWhoever.com. Thank you so much.
I could not have said it better myself. Thank you boys so much. Hopefully we can get everyone settled down. Zeke, back to you.
Oh my gosh. It is just going on here, Zeke.
I am absolutely devastated. That has happened to me all too many times. But Fortnite fam, we know what you're here for, and that is Pro-Am games. Are you guys excited for some games? That is what I'm talking about. The players are boarding the battle bus right now when we're about to kick things off. We're about to have some of the craziest Fortnite games you have ever seen. You can see everyone getting ready, getting hyped, and getting in the zone. Look at this on the islands, of course. In typical fashion, you know, you hop in the island, you find the biggest group of people, and you emo.
Yeah, you know, I'm always down for a little conga line in the pre-game lobby. But
and in real life.
It's all happening right here.
Yeah.
We're going to get into our game one very shortly here, Zeke.
Oh my gosh, all right. Well, what's a duo you're looking for? Actually, Monster, I'm going to tell you what. Hold that thought for just a moment because Fortnite fam, the countdown has begun. Let's hear you. Let's go! The first match of the Summer Block Party Pro-Am is beginning right now.
This is it. These final moments we've all been waiting for. Just a little look at all the players kind of loading in there. And this is the lovely news shot, right? You get to see the camera, the map, the land-ins. Who will go down first, Zeke?
Well, you know, I think we've had at this point 9 weeks of open qualifiers. Everybody's ready to just take a step back, have some fun. We see Tfue there a moment. Josh Hart.
Block with Josh Hart, and I don't know. I see the map. There's some players there as well.
There's someone else. You've got Ninja and Marshawn there. They're going to Lazy Lagoon. Looks like potentially uncontested as well. Valkyrie and Justin Jones. Looks like they might be hitting fatal, and there is so many people there.
Everyone's touching down here, and most of these points of interest, these views we're seeing, there's players all over the place.
We've got eliminations coming in. Cypher BK finds first elimination of the game over onto JT Brown. Nick A30 popping it up. Laser beam. Joey Bosa as well. There is eliminations happening left and right.
This wouldn't be a Pro-Am if it wasn't some good old action, and this is what we tune in here for, guys, because it is popping off. But first up here, Hannibal's touchdown just outside of the Mega Mall.
So, as you saw that in that pre-interview, Hannibal has said collectively he's had 15 minutes total of Fortnite time.
Yeah, I can totally tell with how he's roaming around the side of the map there. Looked like he lost his duo for a second, but it's okay. Hopping over to Valkyrie here, who's doing a nice job canvassing the outside. Justin Jones, stick it nice and close. You don't want to split up here. You will get punished for, you know, wandering off on your own, I should say.
That's right, and that's pretty good, right? Especially if you haven't had time to build up that chemistry. Just keep your partner close, communicate. That is the key. Look at the loadouts, though. Now, you know what's weird, Monsters? I feel like we've been, you know, the open qualifiers have been hopping in circle 4, 5, and 6 and beyond, and now we're going back to the beginning, back to roots.
Love some good old nostalgic early game action, because this is, or these are the, you know, kind of tidal waves that you get here in Fortnite, the low tides, the high tides, and it all comes down to every single interaction. Here's Tfue, guys, already has an elimination.
I believe that was over on Kray's partner as well, because we saw her there for just a moment.
Yep, and she's hidden somewhere in the block, not making a sound here. This is not the person you want to go against.
Oh, man. Take a look at the first storm circle there. On that top right half of the map, looks like Tfue's going to be pretty close there. Doesn't have to go too far. But everyone else, people down by Frosty, Happy Hamlet, even Lucky Landing, they're going to have to start making that move. Over to Action Jackson and Demarius. They've already got an elimination, but Action Jackson is on 16 HP right now.
He's in a rough spot, and there's someone pushing with the baller, so he's got to be careful. Left the sidewall open, gets taken down there. Dylan Francis.
It's Cloak and Dylan Francis. Look at this. Dylan Francis is playing decoy. He's rolling up in the baller, saying, look at me. I'm Dylan Francis. I'm going to drop some hot tunes on you. And Cloaksy's like, look, pop your head for just one moment. You're going to get popped. And that's exactly what happens.
There's more players here. You saw Demarius just underneath as well. And Dylan Francis doesn't quite know what to do. You saw a little tick right there from the storm flip. But you know what? I think they're just going to count as a small victory. This Cloak is just moving around here.
Wildcat's very close by as well. You got to think he saw that storm flip go off. Look at this. Demarius is like, look, just going to play this really slow. Don't build anything. Just use that natural house cover. Just crouch down. Keep the footprint here to a minimum.
Listen, in his poor mind, he's like, Action, they brought you here to come help me? How dare you go down so soon?
Looks like Wildcat having a similar, being in a similar situation there. Janina has been knocked out, and so Wildcat's got to figure out what he's going to do. This would have been huge for Demarius if he had gotten to that baller, but Wildcat already on and looking to make those rotations. And don't forget, if he picked up the card, he could potentially go for the revive, the revive over on Janina.
Yeah, good call, and you already saw him kind of pushing up towards the polar peak to make that happen. And oh man, I talk about wanted to see Ewok be successful, but no! Aiden just came out and shut that entire dream down. Aiden making quick work of Kurt and Ewok.
Aiden, I cannot believe you did that. Ewok taught you how to sign Ghost, and this is how you repay her? I'm so disappointed. Don't forget, Aiden is also a World Cup final qualifier, so he's looking to represent huge. But overall, to Joey Bosa and Nick 830. I think you guys was in awesome there.
Here it is. Talking about my boy Nick, man. He's got some shots there. That player just needs minis right now. And he got punished. So, down sight from Lemonix.
Now, this is where things coming out of Joey. I like this. Now, the question is, do Lemonix and his dual partner, Brian, do they try to get aggressive? You think they're just going to let this revive happen?
I don't think there's much they can do. They're trying to push towards him, but Jimmy's down in the field, so there's something already going on there. Yeah, and that's a heavy sniper. They got to get out of there ASAP. This is not the fight that they want. This is a fresh duo. It's 200 shield as well, or 100 shield and 100 health. They are very, very tanked up right now.
They do not want any of this action, but look, Lemonix, he is hungry. He's like, look, I want the charity money. If he had gone for that shot and landed, it would have been huge. More shots, but nothing has connected. Jarvis finds himself in elimination, and we're still at 38 duo sponsor. Don't forget, top 15 is that initial threshold for points. We've still got a long way to go.
You know what? I'll tell you this, I'm surprised. There are 71 players still alive right now.
Yeah.
As much action as you saw just kind of unfold and pop off at the start, dude, I didn't think there was going to be that many guys still alive this late in the game.
Yeah, man. Look at this. Pressure playing. You got Grime, you got Airwax over from Solary. And up on that Sky platform, you got Matt and FX Sad. Look at this. FPX sad, excuse me. They're just chilling, man. They're just farming up as much as they can. Now, don't forget, Airwax as well over from Team Solary. He is a dual qualifier. Their entire roster went through in the, not this upcoming dual qualifier, 2 back. So he's a pretty fierce competitor. He's ready. He's like, Grime, you got me? And Grime's like, yo, we're about to win the whole thing.
Absolutely. Airwalks, I'm a huge fan of what he can do, and not only the solos, but the duos, right? Back at home when he's out there doing his competition. Team Solary is just a great squad, and no, Grime didn't quite realize he could walk into that little lava pool there.
You know, maybe he's just trying to get somewhere fast. You know, it's okay. He just took the 3 damage. Everything's all good. Someone else is close. We saw the guys grow up, and look at this. Airwalks calling it out. Lasering, it's Marshawn! And immediately, Airwax using that incredible precision to rip him out of the sky.
So you know who's close. Marshawn does have a teammate, and that's Ninja, who's right above now, putting fire down on both of these guys. Can he be clutch here? Heavy Snipe comes out, takes a little bit of fall damage. Great grenades down there as well. One is going to connect Zeke.
He's got to try and bank them back so they're fracturing as much of the build as possible. But look at this. He's like, honestly, I'm not in a great position. Marshawn's already gone. I just probably need to bail on the entire situation. He's got the launch pad monster, but look at this. They're just keeping him from making decisions, right? Keeping him isolated, making sure he can't leave. They're using so much, too. There's another team from up above!
Oh, this might be it for Ninja as he is now backed against the wall. The wall replacement does happen. Up for the high ground he goes. And Airwalks meets him with the combat to the face. Down goes Ninja and Marshawn Lynch for making the wrong rotation.
I think Ninja might have stayed around a little bit. He probably wanted to try and go for the card because he did have the launch pad, right? He could have just launched pad up and out, but at the end of the day, hindsight is 2020. Teamwood here and his dual partner. Josh Hart, looks like someone's trying to get a little bit cheeky right now.
I love what he's doing here. Tfue is in the pocket right now, really putting up the pressure. He's just got his teammate Josh Hart over safely into distance, putting down fire here so Tfue can get these walls and try and get these shots. That's one. Can he get the second? And he does. Tfue with 4 huge eliminations right now. Zeke, every elimination is worth a point.
That's right.
If I had to guess, he's probably in the lead right now.
That's right. There's only so many points. So we've got Airwax, who has 4 eliminations. Nick A30 and Tfue.
Wow.
Tied with 4. Everyone is popping off. Speaking of Nick A30, you've got Jarvis very close by.
This is so scary.
If they're not careful, they could very easily meet their end here. Look at this. And Mayers, don't forget, Mayers is over here on Jarvis's left. He's ready to respond.
Listen, crowd, let me tell you, Jarvis on the controller is absolutely scary. He is so good. If I'm being honest, Nick is probably lucky Jarvis wanted to back up right here because his shot can punish. No, I am not kidding, guys. This will be a very intense battle if it does pop off, but dude, let's talk about our Elim leaders. Airwalks, World Cup qualifier, Nick A30, the largest, one of the largest on the YouTube community for Fortnite, and Tfue, obviously another staple person in the community. They are leading right now and popping off, and not far behind them is Nick Merckx, guys, with 3 eliminations. So it's going down right here.
Controller gang, if you're here in the building, let me hear you scream for Nick Merckx. You gotta send him your energy. There he is on screen. He sends a shot out over on Grime, and look at this. He wants to get aggressive. Kyle, his duo, is down. But look, Nick has been in these types of situations before. He's been competing all qualifier long. And I mean, he's been a competitive veteran across a multitude of titles.
Players migrating to the Sunny Steps area because this is the center of the next safe zone. And unfortunately, Kyle's already gone. If I had to guess, Nick is kind of moving towards what might be the respawn bus, but look at this, just duos everywhere.
He's probably, honestly, not going to get the chance here. You see him right on the other side of Vicstar. Vicstar is here. These are 2 titans of the Fortnite community, and I got to know what is going to unfold right now, because keep in mind, Vicstar is, first of all, Martinstar is gone. But look at his HP. He has not topped back off the 75. Nick, though, he's got that massive HP advantage. Vicstar going to try and use the impulses and make something happen. Look at this.
Oh,
you saw Nick heard it. He's like, yo, there's someone in here. Where are you? I need to shut you down.
Vicstar is sitting so still right now. Nick,
I'm surprised we can see more of his face.
this is really cat and mouse. And Nick is the cat hunting right now. Big Star's the mouse in the corner. Hidden away in his little tunnel here. But lucky for him, Nick's just, all right, he's going to keep it calm. He doesn't have a duo. He doesn't know Big Star is by himself, right?
Yeah.
For all he knows, that could be a fresh duo. So playing it nice and safe here, going for placement points right now.
Someone's up above as well, Monster. There are people all the way around Sunny Steps. And the new safe zone is putting us just on top of it. Everyone else on the outside going to start making their way in. Power up on top. Looks like Tabor and Brian there has gone down, but Lemonix's duo is ready to respond and get the revive. Tfue and Josh Hart, they are topping themselves off with the campfire. This is really important, right? You want to make sure when you're going into these next rotations that you have as much resources and HP, basically, to work with heading into these next fights, because that 1 point of HP could absolutely make the difference.
And look at the strat right here. Keeping Josh Hart safe, almost like protect the Prez. Because Josh Hart's
I like this.
Yes, Tfue's on foot. If anyone even looks his way, he's got that heavy sniper. He's going to punish him. Josh Hart just moving on up, getting into that safety zone. He's leaving Tfue behind. Tfue's getting shot up a few times here.
I wonder,
Didn't make it to the guys.
The baller. I was going to say, he passed by an empty bar. This is huge. Okay. They both got ballers. This means that they can be very aggressive with the rotations or extremely safe. They can go and hide if they need to, build enough time. Just remember, top 15 is the first round of placements, and we're halfway there.
Yep, Tfue already marking the next zone for his teammate. I love that kind of interaction. Just let him know, hey, this is where we got to get to. And talking about places you want to be, that edge, the edge.
Look at this. Aiden up on top, doing his best impersonation, rebuilding Tilted Towers on top of Sunny Steps. RIP Tilted. But also, like, what's up, Neil Tilted? I'm about it. 31 players currently in this game. 31 duos, excuse me. 54 players. So check out this safe zone, right? You've got a lot of players already inside on Sunny, but there's even more that are coming in right now because this zone is closing. Another 53 seconds, and then we're going to get a smaller zone to work with.
You see, and normally we kind of hop in right now and just take you guys straight to the action, but this is how intense it is to even make it to these final moments.
Yeah.
Interactions. Shift everything. Okay, but we're looking at the Sunny Steps. Cloak and Dylan Francis still alive, and look who's next to them. It's Tfue and Josh Hart.
Could we see these two go head to head? I want to see this so bad. Look at this Cloak getting maybe a little bit aggressive, trying to scout out. Dylan doing the deal. I like what Dylan's doing. He's watching the other side. He's like, all right, they're out there, you're out there, we've got you.
If Cloak aggravates that duo, they have a heavy snipe. The key to open any box. Might be a huge mistake here, but Cloak just peeking around right now. It's so crazy. They don't know how much danger. All of them don't really realize how much danger is all around them in these moments.
I think what's going to be key here as well is that Storm flip. He's got one in his inventory. We saw some recent changes to it. Now, don't forget, these guys also have ballers. We saw Dylan kind of playing decoy a little bit. Look at this. They're just going to rotate out the back. They're like, you know what? Let's get another position. This is just too hot right now. Let's be able to look at this. There's just people all over the place. It's still so dense.
Yep, and this is where everyone puts on the brakes because you don't get any placement for quite some time, right? The way this format works, you have to play nice and slow to make it to these end games. Every elimination is worth a point, but when you're this far into the late game, it's just too risky.
Oh, man. Wild card here. Guys, if you're a fan of Tim the Tap Man, let's hear you right now. Send him your energy. He needs it. That's right, crowd. You see, you can tell he's like, yeah, they're cheering for us. That's right, Tim. We love you. Also, happy Father's Day. Quick follow-up there. Now, don't forget, they've got no eliminations, but that's still fine.
Yeah,
He's got plenty of time.
You want to know what I observed? They are not together.
They are not.
His teammate is way off on the corner, and they got split up from each other, so that's going to be interesting. RL Grime in Airwalks here. Got to touch base with them down in the player lounge. Grime very just shy. He didn't even want to get on the interview, but Airwalks is all about it. That's what I expect from a World Cup qualifier. Now look at Airwalks leading the push. This is what I love, the pro player saying, follow my lead. Just follow my lead, and bam, yoinks that base right from underneath their feet, and it's his now. He's got some high ground. He did lose his teammate, though, unfortunately. But doesn't matter. Grime builds right up. Now they're at 6 eliminations as a team.
Man, this is really good. So I like that Airwax is going in first. You know, Airwax is so comfortable in these situations. He's always been competing again, a qualifier going to the finals in New York City. So he's like, I'm completely happy to go in first, right? Yeah. I'm either going to run into their pro or their other player, and then at that point, it's like a 50-50, right? Do I take the shot? Maybe he goes on the defense and just creates a little nest like he did here for him and Grime. Really great stuff. I like to see it. Now, this is where things get fun. All right, this next, okay, cool. The next circle, we're going back into Sunny Steps. Okay, over old builds.
Dude, look at that Elam feed. Loser Food just picked up 2 more. She's holding it down. She said she would.
Listen, Loser Fruit, in case you don't know, she is an absolute slayer. She was part of the Llama Record Company yesterday. They won her. We got Jordan Fisher, Courage AD, and Lester, the golden ticket winner. And at the end, the team collectively said Loser Fruit was the person that held off squads by herself. She was the reason we won this entire thing.
That's right.
That's what Courage JD said. I'm just repeating what Courage said.
Hey, I mean, if Courage is to be that humble, then you have to agree and appreciate that response. But Airwalk still has that sniper. He's putting down some shots. Didn't quite connect right there. They're hunting. This World Cup qualifier is on the hunt right now, traveling from across the world, really. Oh, takes up the launch pad. That's the death trap for all these players. Back here, takes out another launch pad. They're putting down pressure. No one's safe now. That's one Elam right there. Can he get a second? That is going to get followed up. He takes out a World Cup qualifier. Bucky goes down.
The action is insane.
Another one.
Watch his elimination feed in the top left. You've seen not only Airwax and Grime eliminate people left and right, but Tfue as well. He's on 6 Elams. Airwax is on 7. Nick Merckx and Nick A30 are both in this tied with 5 eliminations. There are still so many players left to be cleaned up, and we're finally getting down nearer and nearer to top 15. Just think about that, Monster. This is the first game, and we're not even in top 15 yet.
No one's gotten placement, guys. Top 15 duo is going to get them placement. There are 20 teams remaining in this game. That means there are loads of people that are solo at this point, already lost their teammate, like Gotaga up top, sitting there by himself right now. Airwalks does have another player knocked right by him. Grime is also very weak right now, so they're in a little 2v2 scuffle in that close quarter right there. This is just a nice little aerial view of everything that's going on the edge of the map. All of your favorite players. Symphony's still in it.
Oh, man.
Lucelka is still in it.
Monster, you know what time it is. It's just about time for that moving circle. We get a nice view at Nick A30. What's going on with him?
He knocked Josh Hart.
Yep.
So Tfue lost his teammate.
But this is Tfue we're talking about. He can clutch up things. Now look, Nick is out of materials, 6 eliminations, and only a single magazine left in the AR, but plenty of slugs in that combat shotgun. He's gonna look and try and navigate these and catch players off guard if he can, because he desperately needs materials. A player behind, 102 to the face, that's Cody Walker. He is down.
Nick cannot build right here, Zeke. He's looking for anything.
He needs to make something happen. He needs the material. Cody Walker went down, but he's so far away, and Nick gets traded out by Cyber PK. Oh my. A friend. Tfue here with 7 eliminations and materials galore. Ammo, he's got it all, but so does Airwax. These two, and Cloak and Dylan France are still in this. Jarvis as well. So many massive names. Aiden here too. Symphony. Muselk, there's so many names. Juju getting dropped. And look, Tfue goes down. Airwalks took him down.
Airwalks is on 10 eliminations. He took out Tfue, took out Juju, and he's still going. He's got the high ground. 900 materials. Someone is behind him. What's he going to do? Just builds up right now. Trying to find a little moment to kind of gather himself, right? Catch back up. And off he goes. He's got shadow bombs. Is he going to start rotating?
He's got to. He's got to go perfect. That's right. Let everyone else battle it out. Just ignore them all. You're one duel away. Cloak and Aiden both go down. They go down the crossfire. It's a free-for-all right now, just like you said.
Oh my, can he get this one right here? That's huge. Finds another one. He's at 11 eliminations. He finds someone else in the zone. That's another top 4 situation.
That was Lachlan. He shuts him down. Right now, Airwalks is in such a commanding and powerful position on the high ground. And don't forget, This storm flip is just eating this entire zone. There's only so much space these players can work with. He's just waiting for a full send. It's Symphony. He shuts him down. It's a 1v1. Who is the other player that's left? Oh! Here it is. He's going to go with the X. Oh!
Airwalks with the 14 elimination victory for the first game here, Zeke. That is why he's a World Cup qualifier, representing from across the sea.
Airwax, a 14 elimination victory royale, 24 points, and here are those final moments. Symphony cracks Bell, takes him down, and look, Patriot is just on the other side of the wall. He's got to be careful as to how he's navigating. And look at this, Airwax is already on that power position. He's waiting, he's saying rotate. Don't forget, he waited that half second to make sure Symphony felt confident. And then look at this, it was just about textbook closing up the victory royale. Honestly, I thought he was going to try and land for the pickaxe.
Dude,
my heart of hearts, I was like, please don't do this person like that. Don't do it.
It was so close, man. Nonetheless, what a grand finale that was just for that single game. And let's give some credit to his duo. Let's give some credit because his duo, RL Grime, also had 2 eliminations. That was his 16 elims off of just that alone.
Yeah, so don't forget, even though his teammate only had the 2 eliminations, this is a cooperative effort, right?
Yes.
Grime could have been sending shots in, and it's just Airwax that actually cleans up the elimination. So, still though, my goodness, how I don't even. First of all, mad props on the dabs, not as good as the micro dab, but still, it's still pretty good. What an incredible first game. That was just the first game of the Pro-Am.
This is the Pro-Am, all right? It's going down.
I'm losing my voice.
That was great.
I'm losing my voice. That's what's just going to happen. Tomorrow I'm going to have no voice. Now you guys in the audience here in the LA Forum, what'd you think of that first game? That's what I'm talking about. What an incredible game there. We saw Tfue, Cloak, Aiden, Dylan Francis, Symphony, these power
Nick
players.
30 versus Cypher PK. Nick had no mats. That was crazy.
Oh my gosh, dude. 3 more games like this. My heart can't take it. I can't. But we're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. What an insane game. Don't forget to use that hashtag Summer Block Party. Send us your favorite moments. Tell us how you're enjoying this crazy event. It's so much fun. Dr. Luba put it best. I believe what he said. It comes once a year. Ninja said it best. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Ninja said it best.
That was the interview I had with him. I remember.
This kind of event only comes around once a year. You really just got to embrace it, soak it all up. And this is what happens when you put competitive players with, you know, some big profile celebs, man. Anything can kind of go down. We saw at the end there, it turned into a good old-fashioned solo, though, too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, all right, celebs, you guys hold it down. Wait, it's time to get serious. And it started really punching to the metal right there.
I feel like it's always going to be like that because, like, you got to think if you're like someone like Tfue, right? You're like, okay, I've been playing these qualifiers. Like, I have a set competitive way of playing. You're like, I'm going to relax. And you see, like, a guy, like, one by one a certain way, like, faster than everyone else. You're like,
you know, it would
be Cloaksy?
It would be impressive if we can get a serious duo to just kind of stomp all the way through. So, you know, give a little extra shout out to whoever can pull that one through.
Yeah, for sure. Now, of course, we've got to send it down to an interview with our winners, Airwax. So we're going to send it right now and over.
Hey, Zeke, thank you so much. I am down here with Airwalk and RL Grime, our first winners today out of 4 games. You guys performed exceptionally well. That many eliminations, I don't think any of us thought that we would see it today. Can you walk us through what it was like during that game?
It was easy. It was easy. It's simple as that. I don't know if it was 50 pros and 50 amateurs, but I only saw 98 bots.
Whoa, we got some fighting words already. Amazing job, though. So, RL Grime, one question. What is it like performing music around the world versus performing here and competing on this stage?
Yeah, it's very different. It's nice having a teammate to help you up there. And luckily, my teammate's a beast, so yeah.
Yeah, your teammate is a beast. Well, good luck, you two, going forward. I'm really looking forward to see how well you do in the next 3 games. Thank you guys so much. Back to the casters.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kitty Plays. Man, Airwax is putting in so much work there. And Grime as well. These guys are a fearsome competitor.
Listen, Grime makes music. He might just have to write himself a little symphony of what went down here today for Airwalks because, man, that guy's he's a person, that's for sure. 98 bots?
90. That's
a personality.
That's
right
aggressive.
There.
All right, that's aggressive way, but don't forget, in the interview we had, I was like, hey, you know, like, is there another duo you look at? And I always do this, like, toss out the, like, are you guys the best? You're like, ha, you're the best. He's like, no, I'm the best. I'm Airwax. And I was like, okay. You won first game with, like, 16 elims as a duo, so, okay, all right, I like to see it.
Yeah, and, you know, talk about things you like to see. Let's go ahead and send it down to Sundown, who's got, you know, a little breakdown of some of the things that went down today.
Thank you so much, Monster and Zeke. And I actually had an opportunity to chat with Airwalks and RL Grime right before us, and they were like, you know, I don't really feel like doing interviews that much, but if we win a game, maybe. And then, boom, right out of the gate, Airwax said, I'm going to win the Pro-Am, I'm going to win the World Cup. It doesn't matter what it is, but now let's take a look into what happened in the last game and a little bit of the action. So first, we're going to hop on board here with Tfue, see what's up, takes that TAC AR, and then just right away, rips Gray apart. Brilliant shots there, and on board with what ended up being our Victor Royales. You can see Airwalks taking great shots to the sky. RL Grime throwing some shots over, and that was Marshawn Lynch. You can immediately see how Airwalks checks above him where those shots around, knowing that Ninja is lurking and around in there. The shots come down. They both make sure they box up, but from a combined effort with Grimes throwing down shots with the AR and then able to take it away, Tfue putting pressure down with that tactical shotgun, what he does best, picking up Do Young Kim, and then Nick A30 going to work, showing off the accuracy of the tactical AR at range. Just brilliant to pick that one up and getting the full elimination onto Xavier Woods. And then Pipe Punk showing off that sniper rifle, the semi-automatic. It gets a lot of error, but Valkyrie caught that one. Yeah, give him a little bit of PogChamp up there. And also, you know, they said Airwalks put in the work, but RL Grime put in the work here, saying, my song for your Adams, well, how about for my builds? Getting a nice little double ramp up, one by one-ing himself out, and editing down and reset. I see you putting on some work there on the side, but brilliantly done. Game one was fantastic, some great moments, but we're gonna throw it back up to the casters at the desk. Monster and Zeke, take it away, gents.
Thank you so much, Sundown. We are back. You're going to see. I'm curious to see how things are shaking out for these players. Because Grime and Airwax, I mean,
no
that
surprise.
lead.
Absolutely no surprise there. Airwax way up at the top. But hey, look at through 2nd through 10th. Cloak and Dylan Francis, Tfue, Josh Hart, Aiden Losky, Symphony. Did we expect anything different? Nick A30's up there at 8th place. This is awesome for them. They're still in top 10. This is anyone's ball game.
That's right, and it only, you know, if this is just the first game, even if you were eliminated 100th, excuse me, it's not that big a deal. You got 3 more games to show up. You just need a game like this, where you get 26 points, and here we jump to page number 2, more names. Don't forget, everyone's going to get a little bit of that pie for charity. So many big names, so many more games to hop into, and of course, I cannot wait to get back into the action.
So this is a good question. Are you guys ready for game 2?
I feel like everyone fell asleep or something. You want to try that again?
You want to wake them up again? Is anyone ready for game 2? There we go.
That's what we're talking about, Fortnite fam. You saw top 5. You know how insane these next few games are gonna be. Let's hear it one more time for all the players playing in the Pro and make some noise. And here we go, Monster. 4, 3, 2, 1. The battle bus has launched, and we're coming in over Gus, heading by to Snobby Shores. Almost a perfect cut down the center of the map, and yet again, you get to see all the players' perspectives, see how they're zoned in right now. They want to try and get some of this charity money. They want to be the best among their peers. They want to say we for the Pro-Am champions.
Yeah, not only that, you take home a sweet, sweet trophy. Remember, there's only 2.
That's right. Well, now, so there's 4 in the world, and Ninja and Marshmallow took last year away.
Oh, yeah, they already own those.
So, you mean, if you're like Ninja, I'm thinking, I want to try it. I'd like a second gold pickaxe, you know, then I have 2, and then I can kind of dual wield them. So, I hear some people chanting, let's go Ninja. That's what I'm talking about, of course, of course. But here we go. these players are making their descent. Now the question would be, are they going to swap things up? You think they're maybe thinking, I've got, you know, Tfue landing with me, maybe I go somewhere else? You think just stay the course? What do you think?
No, absolutely. I think my rule of thumb is if you land in game 1 and you get just taken out, maybe give it another game. But if it doesn't work a second time, man, it is time to get out of there. As Brendan Urie takes out Justin Jones.
Wow. And Courage JD shuts down Valkyrie right out of the game.
Listen,
Xavier Woods as well is down.
We just talked about losing in the early game. Nick A30 had so many eliminations last time. This is why. If you land Fatal Fields, he's ready to bring it to you, and it looks like he's got himself a flint knocking. Xavier Woods, man, all that smack talking. Even Royalistic are not doing so hot, unfortunately.
Well, this is Nick A30 we're talking about. Pretty fearsome. Pretty fearsome here, but over on the other side, Courage JD, Brendan Urie, we saw Courage eliminate Valkyrie. She's been gone. That's it. Back in the lobby, waiting for that next bus.
That's right. And Brendan took out someone else there. It was Justin Jones. But over on your right-hand side, guys, here's the format. Don't forget, 15th. We'll get them a couple points. That's a long way out, up to 10th, and then 5th as a duo. And last but not least, that Victory Royale. Every elimination up until that point, or up until then, is worth 1 point. But a little bit of a skirmish going on here is Courage is getting shot up, so he's already lost the shield. He's down to just bandages.
He needs to make something happen, man. He's got to find a half shield, some minis, anything at all, even a med kit to get him back up to the 100. Brendan's in the same position, right? They don't have much to work with. Ammo looking very, very sparse right now. Basically, whatever's in the gun is what they have.
Yep, no shield. Barely anything else. They're in like a weird pinch here. Those players have that high ground. And you know, when a good player lands a shot like that, that just gives them confidence. Like, hey, they don't even have shield. I hit both of them. That's why Taven Bryan's pushing up here. He's got the 100 shield already.
And you got to think, too, as well, right? Like, you send a few shots their way first, and then you waited 30 seconds before sending more shots over. If you don't see blue numbers, which is those shields, you're like, oh, they're probably at 75. Off of whatever we hit them for. So you know they're looking to hunt these players down. They want to shut down Courage JD. Look at this. They're just making rounds. Are they in this house? No, not in this one.
I'm loving these angles right here. Lemonix is just looking around right now. He's on the hunt. Slurper Juice, or Slurp Juice is already ticking here. So with every second that passes by, his health is going up. Shots coming in from the side, using this little bit of distraction. He's going for that high ground. Little 1-2 right there. It's his now to take.
Only got a handful of builds. Now he's got the drum gun in hand. He also even has the swarm flip, but look at this. Tavern finds Brendan Urie. He is gone. Where is Courage? He gets picked up. That's it.
Ooh.
Oh! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I heard this right, Chandler Riggs got a pickaxe elimination. I think we got to go to this replay. I got to know. Chandler, go! Reliving the Walking Dead, saying, get away from me, zombie.
Can he find it? Dude, that was aggressive. Look at him go here, just beating down players. No weapons, doesn't even need them.
Wow, that really was like The Walking Dead, because all you had afterward was a pistol. That's it.
Right.
Back with Ninja. Man.
Oh, his teammate's down.
He's probably just got to abandon him. He's got to say, look, you know what? We're not really in a good spot to take this. Maybe we'll just fail. Now, if you're Ninja, you know, you got to think, I can't let this just go. Look at that. Immediately turns. Muzelk going to take a face full lead there.
Got to be careful. Muzelk does know how to use those weapons. He's also a daily Fortnite player. Hopping back to the Happy Hamlet one-shot girl.
You know, I'm not going to lie. Very happy to see Julie here. This morning she woke up. She was saying, not feeling too hot. But in the end, she went to the doctor, got it all taken care of, and now she's joining us. Very happy to see her here. So, of course, Fortnite fans, if you're tuning in, please just go send some love her way. I know she'd very much appreciate it, but look at this zone right now. You know, these guys are sitting very comfortably in Happy Hamlet. And, you know, there's this play space they've got to work with. Some of it's in the water.
Ooh, another very weird zone. Super south zone here. Whenever that happens, it typically leads to more congestion, but hopping in with Jarvis, who's got this high ground. We're at Paradise Palms. Jacob lands in a nice little stinker right there. It's going to flush him out. And he's peeking. He knows where he's at. This is more ticks for Jarvis. That's another 15 health. Sends in a second. Doesn't quite connect that time, but At least he knows, all right, this box has been flushed out here. Gives his teammate a little bit of time to kind of gather together. Myers is just a little too far here from Jarvis, though.
That's good. I really like, even if you didn't necessarily get a bunch of damage over, you're just using that to buy yourself a little bit of time, collect yourself, meet back up with your duo, and then reassess the situation. Now, Jacob, he's making a pretty aggressive push here. He knows that Jarvis is up on that hill, and he's trying to just be a little more aggressive. He's trying to find an angle if possible, but he's like, look, we don't need to be fighting head on right now. Let's just keep moving. Let's just make it into safety, and then we'll kind of deal with this threat in a little bit.
Yeah, you got to respect it. He's definitely trying to back off right now and see if he can find the prime time opportunity. Maybe bait him in and get a couple shots. That's why he's backing up here, seeing if they can fall for this little bit of a trap to expose themselves. But that's going to kind of diffuse itself. We got back to Cody Walker and Lachlan here.
Now, Lachlan, if you were watching the elimination feed, he just picked up Pokimane. She has been eliminated. Lachlan, codename Elf, codename Lockie here. He is hungry for more. He sees the player running there. A few great shots. They're on very low HP, and there you go. Martin Doherty is picked up as well.
And, you know, this is looking like a whole different game. The last one, we were barely at 70-plus players alive. You know, it took a little bit of time, but I think we got that first game jitter out the way. This is only Storm Wave 1. Leading into the second zone here, and look at the shots haven't stopped.
I mean, Lachlan is disgusting, all right? He's ready. He is honed in, looking for more players. But look at this, man. They are in the storm. Now, they don't have too far to go, but this is just damage you don't want to be taking right now.
Oh, and there is a baller there, so see Lachlan running straight for it. He's going to have to dip out on Cody. Sorry, bud.
He's like, I'm going to be okay. Just make it into safety. I think, so Cody, I feel like he probably should have transferred the ball over to Cody just because he's got a shield to work with, but I think he's making this aggressive play because he's trying to get ahead of Cody, just make sure there's no one just ahead of them. Because if they make a wrong rotation, they could be cleaned up off of it.
Yeah, when it comes down to the storm, definitely is, or begs the question, right? Hey, you got a storm flip, you'll be okay for a little bit if you desperately need it. He does have a med kit as well, so yeah, he's okay here, but hopping over with Matt Judon here, and FBX Sad there, and a little bit of a fight. RO Grimes got the high ground, but look who it is. Airwalks taking on 2 players. He doesn't care. He's right in the box here. His teammate's gone down. Airwalks versus Scarlet and Ellie here. Stickers are coming out. Airwalks is chewing it up. Sad actually got the pick there, so this is not looking too good for Airwalks. I think too much smack talk in the previous game. Scarlet does take him out, and now Sad's making a full-on push here. FBX Sad. Here comes the Dynamite.
That storm flip just going to minimize the affected play space, force people into Sad's clutches here. He's looking to find another elimination. He's got himself that slurp, but don't forget that's healing over time. He's got to just wait it out. Another storm flip coming out. Okay, run for the hills. Don't forget this is 5 damage to your HP. And look at this. They've only got so much room to work with right now. Sad finding himself in a little bit of an awkward position. Look at this. Fuse up gets near. He's like, hello? Are you fighting? I'd like some of this, please.
This is just perfect for Sad here. Now he's just turning everything around at this point. Matt needs to jump in here and help his teammate out. Is he going to be able to do it? Yo, look at Sad with the quick Eddie right there showing why he's here today. Hello, representing Bye-Bye Yourself. You jumped into the wrong battle, buddy, as he is still holding it down.
He's going to make Muselk very sad after that performance. Come on, guys, you know I had to. Now, the question is, what happens next? Juju is by himself. He's sitting in a 1-by-1. Now, he doesn't know there's a launch pad. We see the launch pad. Don't tell him. Got Ellie and Scarlet over there. And Sad is now just thinking, okay, I definitely know there was a duo I was fighting. Muselk tried to get cheeky and tried to go toe-to-toe with us. Mistakes. Oh, no. Jordan Fisher has been eliminated there in the top left in your elimination feed. This spell disaster.
Yep, Koa definitely someone to be afraid of, traveling all the way from South Korea to be here today. But Scarlet and Ellie, man, just you gotta respect Sad. He pushed off 4 players in that situation. Matt Judon, unfortunately, just wasn't doing or contributing too much in those final moments, so he really was up there just kind of putting it all down. Took out Muselk, but get Ellie here. Scarlet, they're out.
This slipstream is going to be so helpful as he zooms by another fight. He's like, all right, time to start dolphining. This is what we call when you're in the slipstream. You just kind of come out and then kind of go back in, then launch up, and then come back down. Now over to Ninja. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Marshawn, yet again, has been down. So Ninja's got to make something happen. Hopefully he picked up the card because there is a respawn van here in Lucky Landing, but look, there's even more players.
Ooh, Ninja and Bucky.
Oh,
Bucky's
Lupo
already
is
made
here.
it.
Tifu is right around the corner.
And Dr. Lupo's right above that as well, but Ninja trying to take on Bucky. No, this is the wrong player to fight. Bucky's already qualified for this. Oh, he tried. It doesn't even matter. Kenneth and Bucky push right on through. This is why he's going to the World Cup, guys. And that's going to be their first elimination.
You can see, too, when Bucky picked up the elimination there with Kenneth, there was big smiles. They're like, that's Ninja. You know that's a confidence booster.
Yes, I got to meet Bucky's mother and Bucky. We did a little bit of a interview earlier today, and she said she's his biggest supporter. She almost said, I believe word for her, said, I fangirl for my son, and that's her biggest supporter. But
that's so awesome.
That's the kind of support you love to see in the Fortnite community. But
you know,
around here,
I'm curious. What's our boy Dr. Lupo doing? Let's take a moment to see. So remember, Jordan Fisher got picked up. There he is, giving the finger gun. I like it. Loadout's looking pretty good. He's got that single shadow bomb if he's got to try and make himself to safety. So if I'm Dr. Lupo, I'm thinking, all right, what do I need to do here to get placements first, right? Let's at least make it into that top 15 first. Then I'll look to pick up elims. You know, people are not going to really be paying attention to a single player if he's playing it right, playing it slow, playing it a little bit sneaky. But, I mean, there's still quite a number of big names left in the lobby. Aiden, Lemix, Patriota, Nick A30, Cloak, Kayun, Lachlan, Bruce Brown, just to name a few, Nick Merckx as well.
That's right, and don't forget, guys, if you see something you like, make sure you guys use that hashtag SummerBlockParty and hit us up on social media, guys. We love to see the clips and those interactions. I'll be sharing everything that comes my way. But you saw some players hiding. It was Scarlet who's in the field, and they turn Cloak now. They're sending off some fire shots here. Jacob sending in the dynamite. Nice little window play here. He's got that right camera peek. Is he going to be able to find a little opportunity? There's one. Well, just kind of putting in some pressure.
Other team was ready. You know, if you're playing Fortnite for any extended period of time, you know what that distinct dynamite sounds like. 70 over onto that player, though. That was a blue number, so the question is, how much shield do they have left? Were they on 100? Were they less? Jacob wants more.
He already knows. He hit the dynamite, so he's going in right here. Look at, he's just trying to get this shot, and that's one! Great shot on Douglas! He took the wall so quick!
And now look at this, someone else trying to build above him, and Jacob is saying, look, there's someone trying to aggress. Got to build. Got to make sure we can get around him, but do it in a good way to make sure we get this next rotation safe. And look at this. Jacob's like, look, we got to start making our way over. Come on, make your way over to me. The power, though. He's in a tough spot right now.
Yeah, but I love it. They just counted it as a huge victory for them, right? You know what? We got the elim. Just got to back out of here now. Bye-bye to your teammate. Get some fresh loot. And they're off. They're going to get the next zone. And Flake, man, if he gets too aggressive, you got to understand, this guy already took good care of your teammate. Oh, that's what happens. Jacob says, he didn't forget about you, buddy. Thanks for coming this way, and takes him right out the game.
So while Connor's sitting here like, all right, you know, we should probably make this rotation, his duo partner's like, I've been watching this guy. All right, yeah, no, he's like, listen, like, yeah, we'll make the rotation, sure. God, Ewok here, check it out. Over with Kurt. Waiting, biting. They've got a launch pad when they need to bail. Looks like Kurt also had that RPG in hand. Look at the loadout coming in right now. Ooh, I like it. And they're in the current safe zone. Feeling pretty good.
And I love this right here. Ewok rocking that Falcon jersey to represent her teammate. Ben Kurt, who's on the Falcons. That's pretty cool right there. A little bit of extra love right there. You can see she's throwing out a couple pings right here, trying to communicate with their duo. For an opportunity here.
I like that Ewok is pre-editing things. She's waiting. She's not confirming it. She's saying, if we need to bail, I've got the editing ready. Here we go. Launch pad comes out. That's the kind of things, those little things are going to help level up your gameplay when you're playing Fortnite. And now here we go. Ewok looking to get aggressive. I mean, look, we know Ewok is insane.
She's about to show you guys why. Someone's letting out some shots. Her teammate is split up. What's she going to do? She's got to back him up here.
Look at the thought process there as well. We know shots are coming in, and instead of her trying to figure out where the player's going, she's trying to reinforce their move, making sure this is as stable as possible. You hear explosions. She's going to pass over some half shields here, some of the minis, excuse me. And now this is where things, and what's good too, is they're in the next safe zone. There's, oh gosh, Nick A30 is here.
Oh, it's Nick who's bothering them over in the box.
Oh goodness. Okay.
This is going to be a good battle here, Zeke. We might see unfold in just a bit. Ewok messing with a couple edits, trying to decide where she's going to want to be.
Got another
See
minute.
a couple fun facts about the player Can. Ewok, a 13-year-old streamer. I think you're the youngest Fortnite player here at the Pro-Am. So, the youngest competitors we see here. No!
Oh.
Nick wins the exchange right there.
Shot back. It was very close, but Kurt, you got to do something. You got to go quick. Start applying pressure.
He's trying, he's trying. Oh, so close. Kurt almost won the exchange right there, but Nick was just a little faster on the draw. Beat Ewok to the wall and punished in those moments. Nick had a fantastic last game, was only shut down because he didn't have materials. You guys tuned in a little late, but he made it all the way through to endgame, and now look, they have 4 eliminations already. Don't forget, they're also in the top 10, like literally on the leaderboards, the standing, so showing you guys why. So take a look at Tfu's kind of trailing behind, no eliminations.
If you've been watching the Open Qualifiers, you know this is classic Tfu. He's got an abundance of material, sitting on a nice little perch with a bird's eye view, waiting for enemies to make a mistake. He is so good at capitalizing on any little error that enemy players make. If they make a wrong edit, if they make a wrong build, a wrong rotation, he is always in the right place, in the right mindset to take advantage of that. Josh Hart and him are going to begin their rotations there. Now, I always say this, don't forget, top 15 is the first round of Blazing points. We need another 7 duels to fall before those points come out. Jordan Jones and Gotaga going to be picked up there in the elimination feed. And look at this next half in, half out, man. That circle is dangerous.
It's better than going south, though, because at least they're going to stay on the land. So you got to count your small blessings while you can right there. Now another look here. Tfu always got those front row tickets.
He's always, he was like, I'm sitting up on this perch. I'll tell you what, let's come over here and build a new perch. This is my home.
Chris Thompson's got that minigun. He doesn't have a lot of ammunition. He's actually really hurting here. In Fortnite term, we like to call this shambles. He is in shambles.
They want an elimination. They need something because, like you said, man, they've got basically nothing to work with. Now, he's probably calling out this enemy team here in front. You gotta think Dank Ops is probably up on the high ground, just above him. Just getting a nice little, surveilling the land. You know, who do I think I see? I recognize these types of builds.
He's just looking all around. He's like, oh no, slips out the build.
No!
Took some fall damage right there. Gave a little too much pressure. He's trying to sneak underneath those builds. He's looking at his team like, man, I'm so sorry, dude.
He was maybe a little too focused up on what the task at hand, you know, what was in front of him. Look at this, Aiden. He's ready, man. He's swooping in like an eagle, just taking away the high ground from everyone else.
Aiden is our #1 elimination leader in this current round so far, guys. He's at 5 elims.
Oh.
That's a storm flip. It's pushing him way up top. This is scary because the higher he goes, the more unsafe it becomes if it's not held up by too much.
Gotta be real careful. They don't seem to be in any danger right now, which is really good.
He's got a rift.
You know, making the quick rift play as you're falling, pretty tough. Nick Merckx, though, going to be picked up by Connor Bell and Jacob and shut out of the lobby, especially at a top 15. You hate to see it. More eliminations coming in. Josh Hart as well goes down to power, and look at this. Aiden finds Patriota.
Dude, I see Bucky all in the Elam feed as well right now. So Bucky looks like he's having a great game. Out comes the rift to go. Oh, it's time to rotate.
Lachlan picks up Cloaksy. Wow. And look at this, Lupo finding more eliminations as well.
Here's the focus. Aiden says, yay. There's a little bit of a high ground right there. Maybe we want to snatch this up. It is in the zone. He does have material to hold it as well. Nick A30 still in the game. You see down there, Symphony as well. So many players still alive. Tfu's still in this game. He's got a baller. He's jumping in and out that vehicle. Aiden lands right on top of Power and wins the exchange. Down goes Power. It's his high ground now. You can see Lost King lands right inside with this duo. Kind of finishes him up. So Aiden is doing so good right now as they have 7 eliminations now.
Man, Rob is doing so good working with Aiden. You know, when we talked with him in the player lounge, he's like, look, I know Aiden. I know Aiden's very good. Whatever he does, I'm just going to follow, right? And you can see they're playing so well together. Whatever Aiden calls, Rob is ready to follow up on this and back him up.
That's
Which is
Sifu
huge.
right
Oh,
there.
it's Nick!
Another knock, Zeke.
That's it. He's gone. He's been eliminated. That duo is out, especially at the top 5, but it's okay. Look how many big names are still left. Bucky, KU, and Tifu. Rob from Blocks King goes down. Aiden's got to respond fast. He's got to do something.
Yes, he's in this game right now to win it. He just took out another player. Aiden is on it, and he's got the high ground. Tifu goes down to Bucky, or Kayun there. Kayun's still in this game. It's a 1v1 now. Bye-bye, Kayun. This is Aiden versus Bucky 2. World Cup qualifiers going toe-to-toe right here. What's he gonna do? This is like a little bit of a playground battle. He's holding that high ground. You know, with some nice little 1-2s. He does have 700 material as well still. Little cartwheel, you know, showing that he's here. Show.
Aiden here, he wants this. He's so hungry for this extra points coming out. He goes,
So
cheeky.
close.
The shot missed, but it's okay. Right now, Aiden's got health advantage. Bucky's is about on 100, 85 effective HP. He wants this, look at this. Aiden's just supplying pressure.
Oh, tries to go high ground.
This might have been a mistake. This is Aiden, we're talking about more damage over on the shields. Bucky's down to nothing, and Aiden! Victory Royale!
So close in the final moments. Bucky, with all that pressure on his shoulder, could not handle Aiden, who was stone cold. We saw a little cartwheel there. He's kind of saying, hey, listen, this is nothing. I got this high ground. He felt really good about it.
Ice in the veins. Let's take a look at that again, and just look at Aiden. He is so ready to isolate Bucky. Everything he's doing is forcing Bucky here to make a mistake. And in the end, Aiden capitalizes, forcing him out of the storm, and it's enough to close it all out.
I mean, the crazy part is, this is just like a little taste of what the World Cup is going to be like, because the skill is real, the energy is real. Loving the crowd reactions right now. That was a fantastic little ending right there. That's a huge accomplishment
He's sticking to his guns, doing everything he said. I'm just going to stick with Aiden, make sure we're playing our best. And in the end, you know, we saw as long as Aiden's leading, Rob's ready to finish off eliminations, pick up materials, pick up weapons, ammo, and keep that momentum moving forward. And that's what helped them get that dub. Wow, I'm feeling it, dude. If you ever want to carry me, probably never going to pick, because you'll never play games together, but I'm personally good.
much. Monster and Zeke, that last match was incredible. Aiden and Rob proving that they weren't stuck or too far gone, able to take so far. The tail of the tape has been those World Cup qualified players absolutely dominating the competition. Let's take a look at some of the gameplay they were able to show in the last match. But first, we're going to kick it off with FPX Sad and what they were able to do to the previous match victor. So you see him throwing out the grenades, actually picks up RL Grimes, saying you can catch that one, and then pushes forward and is able to take him out. That was the partner of Airwalk, so managed to throw a little bit of a stick there in their game plan for great elimination. Just watch him edit down right away, finds the combat shot, and picks up Musel. Brilliantly done there from FPX Sad and his partner, but now on board here with Kenneth Farid and Bucky, just recently signed Envious, but you can see Kenneth push right in and take out Ninja, but Aiden would not be overdone again. The only controller player in the world so far to have qualified for the duos portion of the competition, but Bucky says you can hold this, hold my pickaxe, picks up the double there onto Jarvis. Brilliantly done, and we would see those end up matching up later. But now look at a quick little edit coming out from Jacob, able to push in and find Nick Merckx, and just barely coming to the rescue of Connor there. Did end up getting knocked, but was able to get it there. So that's some of the gameplay. It will give you guys a look. And one other thing you don't necessarily always get to see is how these guys communicate. So let's take a quick listen in to what one of these duos sounds like when they're getting started and trying to figure out what's going on.
I think they might have dipped. They might be down in the basement though.
In the basement of
Our house,
of
yeah.
my home?
Of your home, dude.
Of my home? Where my family sleeps?
Where your family sleeps, bro.
All right, well.
I mean, now that is one good example of communication. They were able to figure it out. They were in the basement and they kicked it out of there. So we got to see how one of these duos communicates. Let's take a little listen in to how another duo ends up communicating with Nick A30 and his partner.
Oh, he just RPG'd me. Be careful. They're gonna start pressuring. Got one down. Getting pressured.
He's low. He's no shield.
Okay.
Got
Nice, Joey. Let's go, dude. Okay, let's try to get all this stuff. I think the other person's mask fell down, so let's just not even worry about it. We just got.
And you can see they're not dropping any of the info. Brilliant communicated from Nick A30. He's all about educational commentary, making sure you level yourself up while getting it out there. Him and his partner, Joey, able to clean that one up. A fine example of how you work together. The two matches so far have been incredible. We have two more, and we're going to throw it back up to the caster's desk with Zeke and Monster. Gentlemen, take it away.
Thank you so much. Sundown, we are back. We're hanging out here at the Pro-Am. In case you're just tuning in at home, welcome. Hope you've had an incredible Father's Day. Of course, shout outs to fathers across the world. Now, after these first two games, Monster, I think it's time to look at the standings. You know, what has shaken out? We saw Airwax clutch up a big win, but after game number 2, are they still in first? They are not.
Oh, it's Aiden who takes that first place. The king of communication, Nick A30's up in 5th as well, and just take a look at that. Bucky had a great game that last round, a little bit of consistency.
Yeah.
Gonna pull him up to 3rd as well, and Airwalks just kind of bumped down. They could not earn any points that round right there, and that shows you consistency is gonna be everything. Not just one big kind of game is gonna hold you up here.
Right.
You gotta play all 4 relatively good, or you're gonna fall behind.
That's right, a lot more consistency has to come out of Airwax, but again, more players here, your top 20 currently. Now, Fortnite fam, I got a question for you. You guys know Peely, right?
It's the banana guy?
You guys know Peely, right? Have you ever wondered how Peely came to be? I can show you how Peely came to be, all right? We've been debuting these across all weekend. You saw the one of Jonesy on the island. But now, in case you didn't see it, I want to show you how Peely came to be.
Those are cute. I love it.
I like it. I like it. We'll be debuting more of those over the weekend. Maybe you were here yesterday. You got to see some, but we're going to have more to show. But of course, Fortnite fam, after those 2 games, they were pretty heated games. I think we need to go to a break, all right, a little short break. But stick around because our house DJ, Mike Realm, is going to be spinning. So Mike Realm, take us out.
Burgers from dirt to munch. Tacos royale with crunch. Red juices a tasty treat for Lil Whip, Peely, and Pizza Pete. Let's slide out to the lobby to get your squad some numbs. Let's slide out to the lobby to get your squad some love.
The behemoth threat looms from beyond the horizon. To stand against it, each of us, master and recruit alike, will choose our own path. Whatever it is you seek, every hunt offers the chance to earn glory, trophies, or at least a battle scar. Ramsgate, an outpost at the edge of the world, has become our home. And as long as we draw breath, it will not fall. We have learned to turn the behemoth's unique, lethal power back against them. And we do it in style. The behemoths are changing, evolving. And so we forge new bonds, together, one hunt at a time. Live on the edge of every moment, Slayer. Live for the hunt.
Hey guys, Muscle Defense here, down in the player lounge, and I'm joined with Pokimane.
All right, what's up, Fortnite fam? We're hanging out with Wildcat. How you feeling, W? Are you excited?
Still got some butterflies in my feet, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
What do you think about the format?
Honestly, I'm really excited for this format because I know no one has really played it yet.
Don't you think Courage has a little bit of an advantage there? He's kind of cheating. He's on the casting team, so like...
I think Jordan Fisher's on his team too, and they already have pre-built synergy. They've played together a ton, but you know what? That doesn't mean they're going to win.
Any strategies going into this?
Take first place. Run it home.
Yeah, creative mode is like right up my alley. I've been doing stuff like that in different games for the past few years, so I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm going to do really well.
What's your favorite emote?
Gotta be Billy Bounce. That or Knee Slapper. Both are really good. I cannot do either, though. Yeah, I can do like that one.
Boom, there it is. Now, last year, the Pro-Am, you got to hang out with Logic on stage. We need to talk about that.
The Logic thing was just a monumental moment. I still can't believe it. I show it to everybody. My parents show it to everybody. I'm forever grateful for that moment. Really being able to just show them how it's done, you know what I'm saying?
I know your teammate is sick, so do you know who's going to be replacing him?
Yeah, actually, it's going to be Maddie. She's a pro player for Gen G, so I know she's good. At the end of the day, it's still a really good player for another good player, so yeah.
Any fighting words for the enemy teams?
They ain't ready for it. They ain't ready for the shine and this flash and they flash lights. They ain't ready for it. They ain't ready.
Guys, I'm blind. I'm going to send it back your way. Thank you so much, Javier. Oh, God.
shout out to Mike Realm, our in-house DJ, for spinning all weekend long for the summer block party. And for all these people in the venue who just got themselves a nice boogie down supply drop. You gotta love it. Welcome back, everybody, to the Fortnite Pro-Am. I'm Golden Boy alongside Monster D-Face, Boricua boys, back at it once again. And we're looking forward to calling games 3 and 4, the conclusion of our second Fortnite Pro-Am. And we have had some great games today, man. Like, I've been watching in the back, blown away, talking to a lot of our players, and everyone's feeling the pressure. And that is exactly what I wanted out of this one. I wanted people to get sweaty on that stage.
Sweaty like me, because this is my first crowd I'm, casting for. But let's jump into the standings, guys, and take a look at, where our competitors are standing here, Golden.
Aiden is going to be sitting at the top with one of the members of Lost Kings. They'll have 1 victory royale, 16 eliminations, and 31 points total. Airwalks and RL Grime, off of that stunning Game 1, will sit at second place. Perhaps they can climb and take the top spot yet again. You also see likes of Tfue and Josh Hart, Symphony, as well as Jordan Lachlan with Cody Walker. Then as we go further down low, you start to see some players not out of it quite yet. We still have 2 games remaining, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of our top players, I should say, are going to be cooking up for us here. A lot of strategy talk, a lot of discussion regarding what they're going to do going into Game 3. But ladies and gentlemen, the forum, are you ready for Game 3? Oh, no, we got to do that again. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Everyone's geared up. They're loaded into the island. The countdown is going to begin. And Monster, I have to say, there are some threats out there on the island. Who are some of the players that you want to see dominate in Game 3?
Yeah, I've already talked up Ewok at the start, so I'm going to let her kind of chill for a second. But let's already talk about Bucky FPS and Kenneth Fareed, who are standing in 3rd place right now. But Golden Boy, we're loading into the game right now. Here we go.
That's right, folks. Game 3 underway. Let's see who's going to come out on top with that coveted victory royale. And there you see all of our players starting to populate on screen. And, this has been such a fun event. Been talking to a lot of people here, asking them who they want to win. And, a lot of people have told me they want Ninja, Marshawn Lynch to win. And I get it. I totally get it. But there are some quality players also that are out there that a lot of folks may not know about, just like, mentioned Airwalks from Europe. This guy is so good, so talented. And a huge shout out to RL Grime, his teammate, because he knows how to throw down on some Fortnite, Monster.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. And like I said, I was talking to him in the player lounge. RL Grime was so shy. He was like, nah, dude, I don't want to do this interview. But, Airwalk stepped up to the plate. To see them come out here and start slinging down, that is actually one of the best things. You least expect it. But
had a conversation actually with Vic Star and Martin Star earlier about some of their more creative